What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm at it again. You might be wondering, why am I dressed up? Why do I got my hair in braids? Why am I behind a green screen? All those questions will be answered right now. You see, I'm done with the BS on this website. I got my braids done. I got my Reebok sponsored tap out UFC pants. Putting on my protective oils. So, yeah, I'm ready. I'm coming after you. And so you might be asking, Evan, what are you doing? What are you doing? Simple answer. I'm gonna be ranking all the YouTubers. Well, not all of them, obviously, that's impossible, but a fair amount of popular YouTubers, and I'm gonna be giving the most honest review possible. And you might be like, who am I? Well, I'm nobody, and that's exactly why I can do this. You see, I'm punching up at the competition. That's why I'm ready to fight. Start off with Eddie Burback. Now, Eddie Burback is a Chicago boy like myself, so much respect. You ready to get 1 point up. I will say, I feel like sometimes you don't upload enough, Or maybe you and Gus do too many ideas together, so you don't have any original ideas for yourself. Need to upload a little more. But I do like the stuff that you upload. So for that, I'm giving you a B. Let's talk about Gus Johnson. Gus Johnson, Wisconsin boy. He's like my next door neighbor. He's a good guy. He's nice. He has fun. He speaks the truth. His skits, classic. He's one of the only YouTubers out here still making skits. Okay, let's be honest. Everyone's vlogging now, or they're letting the person in front of me order my entire day of meals. That's not original content. That's just fucking stupid. He got that Comedy Central gig. Same thing with Eddie. Awesome. Congratulations to you guys. You're doing it. Your podcast, awesome. Gonna have to put you also in B. And the only reason is because the skits are awesome, but I wish there was some stuff in between. I love when you rant about some stuff. You jam on your piano, you put your mic in funny little places like this, and you're like, wow, I'm wild and wacky. But I wish you just did a little more. I know you have the podcast, but maybe just once in a while talk here and there. So because of that, I'm putting you in B as well. Flying back in, Binging with BABISH. Great cooking show. He started off making, Kevin's chili from The Office. The Krabby Patty from SpongeBob. All those great stuff. He made a cookbook. I bought it personally. I've tried a lot of those recipes. They're awesome. But I think he has blossomed into even a better YouTuber and producer of content over the last years, with really kind of focusing in on the basics with BABISH, which I think is one of the, I tend to watch those videos more than his normal ones. So because of that, right now, I love his recipes. I followed a bunch of his recipes. Every time I have followed his recipes, they've been amazing. So I think I'm gonna put you in S. I might change it, but come on, is there a better cooking channel out there? I don't know, that's kind of hard. Maybe Bon Appetit, but you know what? That's a magazine, so it's not even fair. Let's talk about young Keemstar, or should I say old Keemstar, because that man is basically a pile of bones, okay? Why is he still talking about stupid YouTube drama when he's like 43? I've never had G Fuel, but I'm sure it's tasty. I'm gonna put you in C. And how could we talk about YouTube drama without talking about Fousey 2? We're talking Vitaly, all those prank encounter-y kind of people, we're gonna put them with Fousey 2, okay? Because I don't have the time or the space to put them all on this list, okay? You're pretty old and you're still acting like you're in your 20s, okay? You need to branch out. Same thing with Keemstar, but even worse, okay? D tier. It's as bad as that tattoo hairline that you gave yourself. That wasn't a smart idea at all, okay? D. Let's go right into Rice Gum. I have a personal friend who looked up to him as an Asian American as himself, and he was like, man, it was so cool seeing him, how he made it, and it was just a bummer when he did like those loot boxes for the shoes and cheating young kids, and it was just so manipulative, and it was so sad, and it only seems like he makes a YouTube video when he needs to make a cash grab. And so, I'm taking it right from a fan. That's pretty shitty. So because of that, I'm sorry, you're going in our first F tier. Congratulations, Rice Gum. You did it. Let's take it back. Let's chill out, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna chill out with some gaming channels. Woo, woo, woo. The Angry Joe Show. The thing I like about this man and his crew of friends is it just feels so grassroots. And even though he has a multi-million subscribers, he's never seemed to really change or have that growth negatively affect him. Like, he still feels like he's just a dude in his house making silly things, and it just seems so genuine. In general, it's a wholesome thing. It always, I don't even sometimes, there's games that I don't even care about, but if he puts out a review on it or puts on a video talking about it, most likely I'll click on it just because I enjoy his vibe he puts out. I'm happy that he's made it this 10 years. I think he's a great gaming addition. And even though he does sometimes talk over some people, and sometimes I feel like maybe he could evolve a little more, I'm gonna have to put him in A, okay? Not S tier, but close, but with a badass seal of approval, right? Next, who could we do? Oh, Game Theory. Now, Game Theory, where can I start? I've been a follower of Game Theory back when he was almost starting out, Me and my other buddy, we used to love the science that he put into games, that Link is dead. I'm sure everyone has seen that video. That was such a big video. I've always had a soft place for MatPat. I have to say, over the years, it's gotten a little bit cringier. It's gotten a little more child-oriented, a little less science, He's kind of lost track. And I understand you can't science every game to death. I'm gonna have to put him somewhere in between B or C, but I'm gonna put him in C, but he's a high C, a C+. Rooster Teeth. Now, if you are in your 20s, you know about Rooster Teeth most likely, okay? They were one of the first big YouTubers out there. A bunch of friends that got together who loved games and wanted to be independent, right? They made Red vs. Blue, that blew them up. And then they had Achievement Hunter, which was like a huge thing back when like Xbox 360. They challenged and they did the most hard achievements in any game, and they showed you how to do it. It was like an achievement guide. And they had a really good podcast with awesome personalities. But with age and time, they got bigger and bigger. They had more projects, which is great for them, and I'm so happy for them. But I feel like they kind of lost that YouTube charm, and now they're more of a corporation with over 200 people. But right now they sit at a C because they've lost sight of what made them good. I'm looking at these channels, Rooster Teeth and Game Theory, and I'm like, I'm putting them on the same level as Keemstar? That's not right. So I'm gonna make a quick game decision. I'm pulling a Herb Dean and I'm blowing the fight early, okay? I'm moving Keemstar to D because that's where he deserves it, okay? D for deserved. Poofster. He's a dude who plays Wii Sports games and he screams on the top of his lungs, And it just kind of reminds me of the glory days of YouTube and gaming in general. Like, the fun, little, carefree, it's low edits, it's not highly produced, but that's what makes it funny. It's the character, it's him. Also, it's fun to go on a nostalgic trip and play these old Wii games. I don't remember the last time I played my Wii. Playing Wii Sports and Wii Party and all these games that I know and we play, it's fun to relive those through him and then him raging and stuff. I'm gonna put him in A tier because, I've really enjoyed his videos. I enjoy when he puts out a new video. He's fun. He just has a good time, so A. RDC World, Real Dreams Change the World, okay? These guys, again, another wholesome group of guys, okay? They make funny ass skit videos. I'm not a big guy into anime, but I'll put on their videos sometimes because I think they're funny. I like their personality, I don't get all the references, but I think they're good guys, I think the Chick-fil-A versus the Popeyes employee, the Walgreens versus CVS, those kind of skits too, the Amber Alert. I mean, there's so many funny skits that these guys do that, they deserve all the credit they do. If you've never watched them, I highly recommend it. They make so many funny videos, as long as with their series of like Anime House and Video Game House. You can tell they really are just genuine guys, again, who are just doing it for fun. They do it because they love it, and they just want to make funny videos. They're going in A, baby. A tier. All right, we're gonna go, because I don't want this video to go too long, we're gonna go on a little bit of a lightning round. Lightning round. Lightning. Danny Gonzalez. Funny guy, funny Viner. He's a Chicago boy. I have a friend who used to debate him in debate club. High B. That's just where I'm gonna put you. Drew Gooden. It's another Viner, funny dude. I like it. I really like his dry sense of humor. So still B. I'm gonna put him a little bit above Danny Gonzalez. Elvis the Alien. He does some good content, movie reviews now rather than some of the other stuff. You can tell he's a genuine guy. I'm gonna put him in B tier. JonTron's a funny dude. He took a little break, you know, he had some controversy, but I think he puts a lot of production into his videos, but it also seems fun. JonTron kind of feels like an adult version of Pee-wee's Huge Adventure, Big Adventure. He is B tier. Leon Lush, he's a good guy, genuine again. You know, these are all genuine people. I enjoy his content, you know, his extra things that he sets himself apart from other commentator videos, B tier. Penguin Z0 or Moist Critical, however you want to describe him. He's usually on Twitch and then he takes his clips and puts them on YouTube. Sometimes a little too monotone, you know? He puts out too much content almost. I do enjoy his content. I don't watch all of his stuff. Sometimes I feel like he's too monotone, but he's a solid person. B again. Jack's Films, okay? A few of his videos I've seen, I enjoy. I think he's a cool person. I've seen him on the H3 podcast and other times that he's just kind of talked. The content's a little dry for me. You're gonna go and C. You're average, but good, you know? Safe. James Charles, you are controversy in a bottle. You do makeup, you're a pretty white boy. You blew onto the scene, you know, because you say, hey sisters, right? Genuine person, maybe not so much. Power hungerness, you know? C, you know, you have a lot of subscribers, so you must be genuine enough to those people. I don't have much to say on you, so you're average to me. Morgs, you're trash. D tier. Nerd City, you make good content, but it's way too sparse. You need to do something in between your big videos. I'm putting you in low B. Max Mofo. If it was old Max Mofo, you'd be A or S. You know, the Pokemon cards, I don't really care. I'm gonna have to put you in C. I do enjoy when I watch you, but I think the content is a little boring. The podcast is good. Keep that up, get inspired, make some good stuff. You can make some good stuff, still get monetized, and still be yourself, I think. You just need to be a little more creative. The Needle Drop / Fantano. If there's this album that I like, or that I'm interested in, I'll definitely check out his videos. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong about being pretentious if you have the credentials to back it up. I think Fantano as another channel is very interesting, news and whatnot, or like more videos that aren't just music reviews. I'm gonna put him in B. I think he's good. If you're strictly a music user, he's an A tier. Nikocado Avocado. This is a lime, but I do not have a avocado right now. You are D tier because you cry way too much. If you didn't cry as much, you'd be C tier, but D. Trisha, you know, going from one crier to another, am I right? I think you're obnoxious. I think you're kind of annoying. I know you ham it up for the camera. Just be more genuine, maybe be in C tier, but you're so ungenuine and, you know, it's low D, high F, but I'm gonna put you in F tier. Chilled Cow, okay? You and I have some beef, mother. I beat myself. Did you hear that? Little chill step lo-fi playlist. Your songs are too short. I can't vibe out hard enough. I wanted that girl to publish her damn book. She'd been writing for like 7 years. Change up the background. You're going in C tier, mother. Kai W. If you're into photos, videos at all, he's more photo oriented. I definitely highly recommend. He is very interesting. He's a genuine guy. He's a fun guy. If you're in the film world at all and you're not following him or know of him, you're missing out. You know, I'm gonna put him in A. You know, this might not be for everyone, but for me, Kai, A tier. All right, and I think that's the end of our lightning round, okay? So let's take it back. Let's go a little old school Smosh, okay? They're one of the biggest people out there. You know, I'm talking old Smosh, you know? Food Fight #1, silly skits, you know? I remember when I was in elementary school to middle school and they were starting to make some videos. I'm gonna put them in B tier. We're gonna talk about Shane Dawson, and I'm not talking about Chuck E. Cheese pizza conspiracy, spooky ghosts conspiracy, Shane Dawson. I'm talking about Shaniqua. I'm talking about almost blackface. I'm talking about skits. I'm talking about his crazy crack mom. I'm talking about emo hair, Shane Dawson, baby. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what's up. He was arguably one of the best YouTubers back in the day. I mean, he was making great content back in the day. It was fun, it was funny. He was original, you know, he was bullied, but that didn't let him stop him. He got liposurgery, lost a lot of weight, gave him some confidence. He made some funny videos. Some of the OG YouTubers back in the day, and he's still making stuff today, so you gotta give him credit where credit's due. I'm putting him in A tier for old Shane Dawson because I used to watch all of his videos and he was one of the first YouTubers that I really had experience with. Curtis Connor. And I will say, he's a good, fun guy. You know, he's a Canadian fella. Not all of his videos are hits for me, but a lot of them are. I think I'm gonna put him in an A, just because he also does a podcast, pretty similar in content with Danny Gonzalez and Drew Gooden, but he's the only one that's continued to do a podcast, so harder worker, I guess, so he's going in A. Captain Destry Smith, Des and Nate. Any of those names ring a bell, then you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about emo hair, stuck in the early 2000s, my boy, Destry Smith, okay? You know, I followed him through the thick and the thin. I enjoy his content. I think he's a genuinely funny guy. I think he puts out some interesting, fun stuff. He deserves more credit for what he does, but I also think he doesn't put out enough and consistently enough to really help him blow back up to where he was with Des and Nate. You know, I think they had a falling out, so they don't make those videos anymore. And anytime he uploads, I'm gonna watch, even if I don't really care. And it might just be because of the nostalgia reasons, but I enjoy it. So Destry Smith, you're going in A tier for nostalgia reasons. Hey, Michael, Vsauce here. You know what I'm talking about, baby. I mean, come on. If you've seen a Vsauce 1, 2, or 3 video, they're all so interesting. They're also introspective. I mean, how could you hate the guy? He's memey, he lays into it, isn't just like this uptight science guy. He makes really interesting videos. And I think also he ushered in a lot of other scientific YouTubers, you know? Without him, I feel like there would be less scientific-y YouTube channels. He is going in the Covenant S because what is the flaw of Vsauce? He's a meme, he's interesting, he is outgoing, he is confrontable, and also he is knowledgeable. The holy grail, baby. Is it possible to go from S to trash tier? I think it can, and that's one name and one name in particular. Tana mongeau, Tana mongeau, manji. Is there anything I can say that hasn't been said about her already? I mean, it's really hard. I mean,
you fucking
let's be honest. She's trash. She doesn't deserve an MTV show. She's a train wreck. She's disrespectful to all of her friends and all of her fans. She doesn't deserve anything. She made stupid story time videos and she blew up. She doesn't understand responsibility. She doesn't understand how to be an adult because she kind of skipped that stage with money and wealth. She's obnoxious, she sucks. She is literally trash tier. Oh my God, if her channel got deleted, no one would care. We got Lele Pons, Lily. And I'm gonna also try, just throw in all of her friends, okay? The Hannah Stockings, all those people. She just makes unfunny content that is so easily shown that it's just targeted at children. She's manipulating her children audience. I hate when YouTube has these huge people that bring in so much money into YouTube, and because of that, they don't get punished. Lele Pons, she's not the worst. Nerd City made a great video about her. Some other people have made really good videos about her. Man, she's either D or F, and right now, I'm red, I'm angry, and I'm putting her in F tier. The Dolan brothers. God, they're so annoying. F tier. Stop that. Cody Co. He's a fun guy, again, from Vine. I enjoyed his content. I enjoyed his videos. I enjoyed their podcast with him and Noel for a while, but I felt like he whined a little bit too much. And I understand dealing with money, putting a lot of time effort into videos. Like I get like being clapped with copyright. You know, I've had a few issues in my videos as well. But it's also, any YouTuber who wants to kind of make YouTube a career are putting hours and hours of their time into it. And 90% of YouTubers are not making the money that you're making, not have the opportunity to tour the country that you are doing. So yes, I 100% understand, and that's completely valid that you would be upset. But I mean, the reason why I don't listen to the podcast anymore is because Cody was just bitching about it too much for so many episodes. And like, yeah, it's annoying when fans are like, you have everything, you have money, you're touring, like you have no problems. Like that's completely unfair and they should be able to speak it. But the way he spoke about it was just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Because you know, Noel, his partner, was also speaking around the same things and didn't annoy me as much. You got a little fuckboy in you. Enjoy your videos, but you're gonna have to go in B for me. So we can't talk about Cody Co without talking about Noel Miller. Now Noel, I feel like I enjoy his videos a little more. His comedy matches up a little more with mine. I enjoy dark comedy. I really don't think there should be a boundary in comedy. I think comedy is expression. I don't think the style, if you want to say something, it's a joke. And yes, it's sometimes gonna hit home, but it's a joke and it's meant to be a joke. So he's a little more down to earth. I think he doesn't complain as much as Cody. And for that, I'm putting him in A tier. Philip DeFranco, okay? This crazy fake media, fake news world, I think Phil DeFranco is one of the few people that you can go to that actually get a story that really doesn't have that much bias, really just kind of has the information. Yes, of course, there's still gonna be bias, but I think in general, he's a very good source to go to. Glad he's still working at it. He's going in high A tier to Mr. Beast. I don't think I've watched any of your videos. I think because of how popular they are and just like the clickbaity nature of it, not the clickbaity, like you're not clickbaiting, but like, I don't know, like it's the trigger words like staying in a place for 24 hours. I was never interested in you. I think you give a lot of your money away, which is nice. So I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna put you in B tier, okay? You're doing a lot of good in the world. I haven't watched your video, so I can't say A tier. And you're not an asshole, so you're not going in C tier. So I think B tier is a good place to put you. David D. Dobrik. You know, he lives in Vernon Hills, which is pretty close. I mean, that's like a hop and a skip away from my home. You gotta respect that, you know? They are like Molly in a video form. They're just good, fun vibing. But the problem is, it's almost too happy, too nice. It bugs me. Can you do that, David? Can you maybe put in some sad stuff? Can you maybe put in some realness? I know against your brand because you're trying to put in the happy and the best parts of your day. And also because you're so rich and you do all these fun things that like no one could even dream of doing, it becomes a little unrelatable. It's fun to watch you fly a Tesla over a car or like drive your Ferrari and get a ticket and laugh about it. But it's also like, I can't connect to that. I'm this poor guy that when I get a ticket, that sucks. So because of that, you're going in B tier. I want more real, genuine videos, not just you being a genuine guy in your high, happy videos. kian&jc, okay? You know, they started O2L. If you're a girl, you probably watched them. You know, they're kind of like the VidCon boys. You know, they're like the Jacob Sartorius of our generation if you're in your 20s. You know, they're living out in LA, being cute, making little cover videos, dancing around, showing off their tiny 14-year-old six-packs to you girls, doing heart eyes and stupid edits like that. They still got that fuckboy vibe. I was never a viewer of them before, but you know, I've watched a lot of their videos now, and I think some of their videos are genuinely funny. I think sometimes they can be a little crazy. I think they work well off of each other. I have genuinely laughed out loud to some of their videos. A little fuckboyish, so you can't be up in the A's or the S's. I think you're just a solid B for JC and Kian. Logan Paul. I think a lot of his content is cringy, it's dedicated towards children, but you know what? You gotta give credit where credit's due. Yes, you definitely manipulated children to buy your merch like your brother, but you hustled hard. You made videos, you know, I don't know if you ever edited them, but you made the videos every day, you had them edited every day, you paid some people, you had a crew, you had a production going, and you did it every day for like a year, and that is credit. You deserve credit for that. That is a grind. No matter how much I dislike you, that is credit. I think you've matured a little bit. I think you've had some self-reflection that your younger brother has not had. And I think you're trying to mature your videos by kind of making more David Dobrik videos, as well as having a podcast. You can't ride this child wave forever. That sounded weird. But you can't, and so you like eventually all your children fans, they're gonna hit middle school, they're gonna hit high school, and they're gonna be like, Logan is stupid. I'm gonna sell all my Maverick merch. Hopefully it works out for you. Hopefully you grow a little bit as a person, and maybe you mature from a 14-year-old to a 17-year-old. Only time will tell. I still think you're very obnoxious, and you're going in F tier because of all the things you've done in your past. You know, there's worse people than you. iDubbbz. He is a enigma, okay? He can say the N-word online. Untouchable. He can do whatever he wants and people will still love him. He has such a huge base that came out of nowhere because he was just a genuine person and he said what he wanted to say. I enjoy any video he puts out. I like that he doesn't stick to one thing, and he'll make a video about fish or nuts not being 50% more. Squirrel Initiative, I think went a little long. The unboxing, the bad unboxing mail, Kickstarter crap, right? All those videos are super original, and he didn't feel like he was stuck doing something because that's what gave him the views. He seems like he does whatever he wants to do and then the views follow. You're going in A tier for me. You know, I wish you uploaded a little more and maybe you'd be S tier, but because you don't upload enough, yeah, I really enjoyed your documentary. I hope you make more. A tier, H3, H3. Now I was watching H3 back when they were still in Israel. I was a fan of them back in the day. I thought they were super funny. I enjoyed them, you know? I lived through the Leafy and H3B. H3 in his prime was an S for sure. He made hilarious content. He had this way about him, you know? He, talks about how he has Tourette's, but he kind of played into that, into the character. He wore the big hat. He was a little heavier, but he was like, I don't care. I'm gonna make that a fact. I'm gonna lean into it, you know? They stopped making videos. Yes, they make videos here and there, but it's really the H3 podcast. Hila has that Teddy Fresh, which is cool, puts out cool clothes. Let's say C. But then the H3 podcast started picking up and it was interesting. You know, Ethan was kind of figuring it out, so he put up to a B. But recently, I've been enjoying their content more and more. You know, when they had less guests and I listened to the H3 podcast, it was a little bit more like a looser format of their videos. They would talk about a topic, they'd maybe show some videos, an unscripted version of one of the videos they did. And so I'm still getting that H3 characteristic. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it misses, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the content for what it is, and I enjoy, because I have such a fondness of the OG H3, I'm gonna have to put H3 in A tier. Dun, 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 dun. Jake fucking Paul. Jake Paul is one of the most annoying, blatantly ripping off people and their fans that you can get. He doesn't care about his fans. He just wants money, and he's doing now Ponzi schemes of, you don't need to go to college, just watch my videos with these self-made e-commerce people. I'm not trying to get personal, but I literally feel like he cannot speak properly. He always seems like he's like 3 words behind when he talks. It's very hard to follow his sentences. Talking about someone who you don't need school, I think Jake Paul is a perfect example of someone who should go back to school. Maybe middle school, maybe high school, I don't know. But he needs to learn how to speak again. He can't form sentences. Like, I'm not trying to bully the guy, but it's just like, when you're manipulating your fans because all you want is money, it's really hard to give you the benefit of the doubt or to be nice. You're just kind of an ass. You're just a manipulative, shitty person who doesn't have the mental capacity, like your brother, to understand that you're a shitty person. No one is a part of Team 10 anymore. They had a ticket to riches and fame, and they left to be probably working a normal job now because you are so unbearable. You gotta think about that for a second. You're just obnoxious. You have no mental capacity to understand how obnoxious you are. I hope when YouTube doesn't start working out for you anymore, you have to work a Kohl's job or something because your money runs out because you don't know how to financially use it and no one buys your stupid college quick fix video. You suck. Goodbye. Trash tier. Bonus person. How could we finish this tier list without talking about arguably the most popular YouTuber, PewDiePie? I didn't watch him when I was in the 2013s to the 2016s, okay? He was doing gaming stuff, that wasn't my thing. Seemed a little sophomoric, a little childish, Then when he started to make a little more commentary videos and kind of skitty videos, I was interested. I thought he was super funny. I watched a lot of his videos, his backlog, when I started watching him, and I was like, this guy is genuinely funny. He is like the polar opposite of Jake Paul and Logan Paul. All 3 of them have had so much success and wealth from YouTube, but Jake Paul and Logan Paul have let the wealth literally turn them into these ugly, greasy, greedy monsters. Well, PewDiePie even more rich, is way more humble, way more respectful, and isn't condescending at all. You can tell he genuinely cares for his fans. He genuinely doesn't want as much fame as he has. He doesn't need it. He doesn't care about it. He's much more self-aware, just more intelligent, you can tell. But in general, someone who's been on YouTube, who's uploaded as many videos as him, and is just like continuously putting out good content, I mean, he has to go in S tier. That might not be a popular decision, or it might be like, oh, you're just a PewDiePie fanboy. No, not really. I just think he has the grind. It's like H3. If H3 is continue to put out videos, he would be in S tier. Same thing with iDubbbz. He puts out videos, but not as much. Older people who are in A tier for the most part, or in B tier, like these older channels, if they put out consistent good content, they would be in S tier, but they don't, and PewDiePie does, and he's arguably one of the oldest YouTubers, and he's had the fame and the crown the longest. And yes, I know a lot of his YouTube subscribers are dormant, or they just subscribe because it was a funny meme, and they're on dead accounts, but I mean, he has 100 million subscribers for a reason. He makes good content, he's self-aware, he's genuine, and that goes so much for me. The same thing with the Angry Joe. Some of his videos, yeah, maybe the average person wouldn't care, but because he's genuine, I'll watch whatever he puts out because he's a genuine guy, and I can tell that. RDC World. Genuinity is so important, I think, to me when you're a personality and you're trying to put out something. And you notice older people in the D and the F tier, in the trash tier, are they don't have any personality. They care about money. They care about using their fans. They don't care about having a genuinely healthy relationship with the people that made them rich. Nothing I hate more than when someone buys a Lamborghini, flexes it on their fans, and says they earned it. The only reason you have that is because the 12-year-olds are clicking on your stupid, I got kidnapped by a monster video, okay? And I'm looking at you guys Dolan twins. It just shows how much the S and the A and the B tier people care about their fans versus the D, the F, and the trash tier. They don't. And that's the biggest reason why anyone with a brain can see these people who are really popular. I don't understand how you could be a subscriber to any of those low tier channels. I don't know, it's just crazy to me that you could be a subscriber to someone like that and feel like you're valued, because you're not. In closing, we got the S tiers with the Binging with Babish, the Basics and Babish, Vsauce, PewDiePie. I mean, they're the S tier. They are the golden standard. Then you got a bunch of A's and B's, The A's and B's just have a few things that maybe, they could do better, in my opinion. And I don't want to be biased. I'm not, I like all these people. I've subscribed to a bunch of them, but I'm not gonna give them S's and A's just if they don't deserve it. Again, I said the most honest YouTube tier list on this website. Tell me what you think about this in the comments. Tell me if I'm crazy. If you want to fight me, let's go. Okay, I got my, that's it. I'm UFC ready, dude. Tap out. What's up? Let's go for it. But I'm gonna say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share it to a friend, have a discussion with someone else. Tell me if I'm batshit crazy with this tier list. Tell me where I'm wrong. Let's go. I'll talk to you in the comments. See you in the next video. Peace. Whew.